Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I finally got some furniture for my porch. And if you follow me on Instagram at Fluttering Through, you saw that I went to the Restore and I purchased this bench for $10. And I always had the intentions of restaining it and allowing it to just sit on the side part of my porch so that I could enjoy the view, come out here with my afternoon tea or morning coffee, and really just breathe in nature, literally. Now, I always had the intentions of restaining this piece to fit my aesthetic, and I'm really just happy to say I've been in my house a whole year. It's been a journey of sorts, and I haven't gotten any furniture for this porch. And part of the reason I bought the house was because of the porch. I grew up with a porch. I love porches on homes. I really feel like they make your house more inviting, and I've always wanted some furniture, but it is a little out of my price range, and I have other things I want to purchase for the home that are just more important than porch furniture, right? So I found this bench, I restained it. I went to the nursery, a local nursery, and I bought pumpkins and I have mums, and I'm just really excited to decorate my porch. To say that I have a porch that I can decorate is just really awesome. I'm really excited for this video. I do hope you enjoy. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing to subscribe, and it does help grow my channel and allows me to bring you more content. All right, let's get started. Here's the Restore. I strongly recommend supporting them as they work with Habitat for Humanity and help a lot of people obtain housing. I found the bench here. It was $10. And I want you to know it can fit into a tiny Nissan Sentra. I really treat my car like a flatbed truck. And I just wanted you to see you can put almost anything in here, honestly. Also, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and now TikTok at Fluttering Through. So I knew I wanted the bench to go in this little nook on my porch. It's right next to my front door in the perfect space for just viewing the neighborhood. You guys know the deal. We must clean our furniture first. Every little nook and cranny must be wiped down. So I did this with my crud cutter, which is slowly coming to an end, and I will have to buy some more. And I did a little bit of scrubbing because there were some sticker marks and like some red something on this bench that I brought home, and I wanted to make sure it was really clean. I then went over it with some warm water just to make sure I got the crud cutter off and finalized any necessary cleaning. I then had to turn the bench over and make sure I got underneath it as well. Whenever you're cleaning furniture, you don't want to just do the surface portion or the parts you can see like this bench. You want to get underneath it. If you have something that has drawers, you definitely want to open the drawers and wipe inside of them, or pull the drawers completely out and wipe the inside of your dresser or cabinet as well. And now it's time to sand. I had a good time sanding, let me tell you. It took quite some time, and you wouldn't think that on a simple piece, but everything has its little nooks, its little hidden spots where you have to really get in there, either sanding by hand. You'll see later I did actually run to the store and buy a smaller sander with an angle, and that really helped me as well. So we're sanding, and sanding some more, and sanding. I turned it upside down, I propped it on its side. I really wanted to make sure I got each piece. I am staining this piece, I'm not painting it. So I wanted to make sure the stain really adhered to the wood and that I didn't have any problems with it drying. Now here's where it got a little tricky. I did do my trick with the sanding block and an 80 grit piece of sandpaper, and I went in by hand to try and get into the corners and the angles and the little dips on the inner parts of this piece. But I didn't find myself to be successful, so of course I ran to Home Depot. Okay, I'm looking for a mini sander. I think this is the one. And you see how it looks like an iron actually. It will help me get into the corners of the bench. And it's only $39.97, and I have that gift card left over from my birthday. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I Got a lot of power tools for my birthday, and that included some gift cards, so I'm going to probably put that to use right now. Cool. Here we go. I'm going to go get my new sander. So you guys, I've checked out and everything, and I forgot to buy extra sandpaper. This does come with 3 pieces. The other option I was going to go with was this little baby. Super cute. I only see the corded option. I don't see a battery option, but still, this will be added to my arsenal in the future. And it is $44.97. So I'm gonna grab sandpaper like a smart person. Up here, one of those should work. I probably grab the 80 grit and maybe grab a 220 as well for some finer sanding later. All right, bye. And just like that, I was able to get into the corners and handle some of the dips. I did have to go in with a little bit of hand sanding in certain areas. They were just really too tight for any of my sanders to get into. And it worked pretty well though. I was really glad that I went out and got this piece and added it to my collection. And I wanted you to see that there were some markings on this bench that said it was from Mexico, which is kind of cool. It is solid wood. It smelled really good, so I don't know if it was pine or cedar. It looks kind of like a knotty pine. If you know for sure, comment down below. But it smelled really good while I was sanding it. I will also say you're going to see me not using a mask when I am doing a lot of sanding to get the original finish off of this piece. You should wear a mask or a respirator, especially if you have some breathing issues. But I was outside and the wind was definitely blowing as it is now fall. So I cleaned up some of the dust from the sanding. And you'll see I went in by hand as well, where you can see some of the stain is still there, some of the original stain. And once I was done, I grabbed my pre-stain. This helps ensure that any stain you use actually goes on properly to your wood pieces. It helps coat everything and keeps it from being blotchy, where the wood might not accept the stain. Regardless of any sanding that you've done, wood has a mind of its own. So I wanted to help it absorb the stain I'm going to put on here by pre-treating it. What's nice about the pre-stain is that you can see where it's gone on, and it dries clear, doesn't leave any stains or markings once it's completely dry. And that's when you know that you can go ahead and add your stain on top of it. And I'm using Minwax's Penetrating Stain in Pure Black, and I purchased some staining pads as well and some lint-free rags to help wipe off the stain after I placed it on the bench. I do want to say that the pads came in really handy. They're nice and pliable to the point where you could get into a lot of the corners, but in tighter spaces I did end up using a brush, and I just used a brush I used in my previous bench that I gold leaf. If you missed that video, I will link it above as well as below in the description box. But I took that same brush, it was clean, I had only used it to brush down the gold leaf, and I used it to get into the crevices of the bench where the sponge would not reach. And after you apply the stain, let it sit for as long as you'd like. If you'd like it to be darker or lighter, you definitely want to wipe it away quickly with a lint-free rag. I also picked these up at my local hardware store along with the staining pads and all the products I needed to make this bench the way I wanted to. And I really love these lint-free rags. I never looked for them before, and I'm definitely an addict now. They will be used in every project that I come across. Now I'm just taking my shop vac and I am cleaning up the porch. As you can see, there's some gold leaf stuck in the cobwebs. I think at this point I've gold leafed my entire neighborhood, but I am cleaning it all up now. And you'll notice that my house is over 100 years old. It is stone. The stone is supposed to be tan. It is not tan. The stone is black from all the dirt. And one day I will power wash it, but I haven't had an opportunity to get to it yet. So we'll worry about it another time. Here is the final reveal. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I love that I have this little seating area now on my porch. It makes me so happy to look out my front door and see this, and also just to enjoy the space in my home. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!